Screen curtain off. Screen curtain off. Screen speak adjust braille voiceover x tap 1 learn what voiceover tutorial but select activate to dismiss collections page. Learn how to activate voiceover done collections page. Learn how to use voiceover. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to use voiceover to navigate and use your collections. Continue from where you left off. You've completed the voiceover tutorial button. Learn introductory voiceover interaction gestures button. Select the next item. VoiceOver automatically reads aloud the selected on-screen item, like text or a button. You can control which item is selected by moving the selection. To select the next on-screen item, swipe from left to right with one finger. Swipe one finger from left to right now to move to the next page. Continue, but select the previous item. You just practice the gesture to select the next item. To select the previous on-screen item, swipe from right to left with one finger. Swipe one finger from right to left now to move to the next page. Select the previous activate an item. Some items can be activated, which performs their default action. This is similar to clicking the mouse on the item, or pressing a button to submit a form. To activate the selected item, tap the screen twice with one finger. Double tap with one finger to move to the next page. Double tap with one. Practice navigating. Now, you'll practice the commands you just learned by navigating a practice page. All practice pages like this will have steps to complete, a practice area, and a continue button. When you complete a step, you'll hear a sound and VoiceOver will announce the next step. Activate to dismiss pop-up window button. Collections VoiceOver tutorial done. Practice navigating. Now, you'll practice the this is the first step. Swipe right to select the button labeled practice. Practice button. Step completed. Now, double tap with one finger to activate the button. Logo step completed. Now, swipe right again to move to the continue button. Step completed. Now, double tap with one finger to activate the continue button. Touch to select and speak an item. Another way to select an item is to tap the screen. Wherever you touch or tap, VoiceOver will select and speak the item under your finger. You can tap around the screen, or drag your finger, to immediately select a different item. Activate to dismiss pop-up when done. Touch to select and speak and swipe right to reach the practice area, which has a list of ingredients for fruit salad. Practice fruit salad ingredients. Step completed. Now, starting near the middle of the screen, drag one finger downward slowly until you select the item labeled apples. Starting near practice strawberry, grapes, apples. Apples. Continue button. Previous lesson but continue but practice grapes, apples. Continue button. Scroll. In a scroll area, doing a scroll gesture will move to a screen or page in the direction you scroll. You can swipe with 3 fingers in any direction to complete the scroll gesture. Practice it now. Activate to dismiss pop-up window button. Done. Scroll. Swipe. Scroll.
Are you a salesman?
Collection. Activate to collect. Done. Scroll. Swipe right to select the page 2 of 3. Swipe right to select the vertical scroll. Swipe up with 3 fingers to scroll down. Page 2 of 3. Step completed. Now, swipe right to select the horizontal scroll area. Practice. Outdoor. Step completed. Now, swipe from right to left with 3 fingers to scroll right. Page 2 of 2. Step completed. Now, swipe from left to right with 3 fingers to scroll left. Page 1 of 2. Step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this page. Outdoor. Continue. But previous lesson. Previous continue. Pause voiceover speech. You can temporarily disable voiceover using tap once with continue. Tap one continue. Tap once with 2 fingers. Step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this page. Continue. Adjust the speaking rate. On this page, you'll use a slider to adjust voiceover's speaking rate, or how quickly or slowly it speaks. Swipe right to move to the practice area. Practice. Speaking rate is now 50%. Adjustable. Step completed. Now, swipe down to decrease the slider value. This will make voiceover speak slower. Step completed. Now, swipe up to increase the slider value. This will make voiceover speak faster. Step completed. Now, adjust the speaking rate until it is comfortable, then swipe right. Speaking rate is now 40%. Speaking rate is now 50%. Speaking rate is now 55%. Step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this page. Speaking rate 50%, 56, 7, 70, 85, 90%, 95, 100%, 95, 85, 80%, 76, 40, 50. Continue. Button. Audio ducking. VoiceOver essentials completed. Great job. Now you've learned how to interact with on-screen items using VoiceOver. In the next collection, you'll learn VoiceOver gestures to navigate across your device. Double tap the continue button. Collection. Voice done. Voice upcoming. Up neck completed. Next up. Navigate your complete VoiceOver is completed. Next up. Previous lesson. Continue. Button. Home gesture. Use the home gesture to unlock your iPhone, or to go to the home screen when your phone is unlocked. Practice the home gesture now without leaving the tutorial. Slide one finger up from the bottom edge of the screen and lift it when you feel one vibration. Step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this page. Continue. Button. App switcher. To cycle between apps without going to the home screen, use the app switcher gesture. Then swipe left or right until the app you want is selected. Then double tap to switch to it. Practice the app switcher gesture now without leaving the tutorial. Slide one finger up from the bottom edge of the screen and lift it when you feel 2 vibrations. Step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this page. Continue. Button. Control Center. Control Center gives you quick access to the things you do most. You can use Control Center to quickly take a picture, turn on Wi-Fi, and more. Practice a gesture to open it here. Slide one finger down from the top edge of step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this page. Continue. Notification Center. Notification Center shows your notifications history, allowing you to scroll back to what you've missed. Practice a gesture to open it here. Slide one finger down from the top edge of the screen and lift it after you feel 2 vibrations. Step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this page. Continue. The 2-finger scrub, or escape gesture. The 2-finger scrub, or escape gesture, dismisses an alert or returns to the previous screen. Use it to dismiss Control Center, for example. Practice it now. Quickly swipe 2 fingers back and forth and back again. The loco. Now. The loco. Lil Guapo. Step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this page. Continue. Screen curtain. The screen curtain gesture turns the display black as if it's turned off, but the screen contents are still active. You may want to use this for privacy reasons. You'll now practice turning the screen curtain on and off. Triple tap with 3 fingers to turn on screen curtain. Screen curtain off. Step completed. Now, triple tap with 3 fingers again to turn off screen curtain. Screen curtain on. Step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this page. Triple continue button. Navigate your iPhone completed. You've learned several voiceover gestures to navigate across your iPhone. In the next collection, you'll learn to use the voiceover rotor, a tool which enables voiceover customization and efficient navigation. Double tap the continue. The rotor. The rotor is a bidirectional wheel you can use to control voiceover. Some items, like speaking rate, are quickly available using the rotor. You can also enable different navigation and input methods, and customize the rotor. To use the rotor, you'll rotate 2 fingers as if you're turning a dial. Practice a gesture to select a rotor item. Place 2 fingers on the screen and rotate them clockwise or counterclockwise. Step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this page. Continue button. Practice the rotor gestures. Once you've selected a rotor item, you'll swipe up or down to navigate by items or options within the current rotor item. Practice these gestures now. Perform the rotor gesture. Step completed. Now, swipe down with 1 finger. This moves voiceover to the next rotor item. Step completed. Now, swipe up with 1 finger. This moves voiceover to the previous rotor item. Step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this page. Swipe up, retry, continue, retry practice, button, continue. Practice using the rotor. Now that you know all of the gestures to use the rotor, try using them in a practice section to navigate a sentence by word. Swipe right to move to the practice area. Practice. Here is some text. Navigate it word by word with the rotor. Step completed. Now, perform the rotor gesture. Step completed. Now, repeat until you hear words. 50% words. Step completed. Now, swipe down and hear each word. Step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this page. Retry practice, button. Continue. You've completed the voiceover rotor collection. You learned and practiced the voiceover rotor, an essential tool for voiceover navigation. Next you'll learn more voiceover interaction gestures. Double tap the continue button to previously continue button. Open an item's action menu. Some items have actions available beyond the activate action. For example, on a notification, you can open it, clear it, or open its options menu. If an item has actions available, VoiceOver will announce that when you select it. You'll swipe up or down to cycle through the actions, and then double tap to perform the one you've selected. Swipe right to move to the practice area. Practice, play sounds, button. Actions available, step completed. Now, swipe down with one finger. Sound 1, step completed. Now, double tap to activate the action and hear the first sound. Step completed. Now, swipe down again to cycle to the second sound and activate it to hear it. Sound 2. Step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this page. Continue, button. The long press gesture. The long press gesture often reveals additional actions you can perform on an item, like message reactions or a contextual menu. To use long press with VoiceOver, triple tap the screen with one finger. Swipe right to move to the practice area. Practice, like this message if you're enjoying learning VoiceOver. Step completed. Now, triple tap the screen with one finger. Step completed. Now, swipe to navigate through the menu, then double tap to activate one of the menu items. Like, button. Like, button, like, button. Step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this like button. Dislike, dismiss contact like, dismiss like this message if you're in swipe previous less continue button. Stop or start the current action with the magic tap. If media is playing, Use the magic tap gesture to pause or play, regardless of the current app. Some apps also customize this gesture to activate the main control. For example, the capture button in camera, and the call or hang up button on phone. Practice it now. Activate to dismiss voice. Done. Stop or start the swipe right to practice. Start sound button. Step completed. Now, double tap the button as normal to hear the start sound. Step completed. Now, double tap with 2 fingers to hear the stop sound. Stops. Step completed. You've completed all of the steps on this page. Continue. Advanced voiceover commands completed. You learned more gestures for interacting with voiceover items. Continue on to the next collections. Voice collection. Preview. Continue. Keyboard typing styles. There are 3 styles to type with voiceover. These are standard typing, touch typing, and direct touch typing. You will choose one here, but you can change it in settings at any time. Swipe right to hear detailed descriptions of each style and select which one you'd prefer before practicing typing on the next page. Typing style. Heading. Selected. Standard. Selected. Standard touch typing. For this style, you'll drag one finger across the keyboard and lift your finger to type. Direct touch typing. For this touch typing. For this style, you'll drag one finger across the keyboard and lift your finger to type the letter you hear. Button. Direct touch typing. For this style, you'll type as a sighted user would with voiceover gestures disabled on the keyboard. Button. Continue. Button. Direct touch. Selected. Standard typing. For this style, you'll use standard nav touch. Direct continue. Keyboard typing. Now practice using voiceover to type in the text field. Go back to the previous page if you want to select a different typing style. Swipe right to move to the practice area. Practice. Type here. Text field. Step previous lesson. But act done. Keyboard. Swipe. Double tap with one finger to show the keyboard. Practice. Type here. Text field. Insertion point at end. Step completed. Now, tap or drag your finger to the bottom half of the screen to select the keys. Then try typing a letter. Previous lesson. Practice. Tap or drag. Double tap with tap or drag your finger to the bottom half. Practice. Text field is editing. Type here. Word mode. Insertion point at start. The Juliet. November. Step completed. Now, keep typing a message and press the return key when you're finished. Mike. Delete numbers emoji Mike Nov Bra Victor Charlie X-ray Zulu Shift Lima Kilo Juliet Hotel Golf Foxtrot Delta Sierra Alpha Sierra. Pre-can practice. Text field. Keep tap double swipe keyboard. Done. Voiceover tutorial. Hack tap keep prac and previous lesson. Previous continue. But you've completed the voiceover text entry. You tried typing with voiceover with at least one of the typing styles. Continue on to the last collection to learn how to access more resources for using voiceover. Voiceover tutorial. Continue. Speech and output settings. Heading level 1. Change the speaking rate, voice, and verbosity. Set Braille input and output. Command settings. Heading level 1. Choose any gesture for any command. Add or remove rotor items. And customize typing. Quick settings. Head access specific voiceover settings at any time by quadruple tapping with 2 fingers. Voiceover done. Voiceover done button. Settings. Tap learn what's new. Voiceover practice. But voiceover tutorial. Activate collection. Continue from where you left off. Voiceover settings button. Speech and output settings. Change the speaking rate. Change command. Choose any quick access specific voiceover. Continue button. Voiceover details. Heading level. Find more detailed descriptions of gestures. How to use Braille displays with voiceover. and explanations of all of the voiceover settings. iOS information. Heading level. The user guide also has detailed information about many features across iOS beyond voiceover. How to open it. Heading. The user guide is available on the web or in the Tips app under user guide. Continue. Previously. Continue. You've completed the voiceover tutorial. Congratulations. Go back to the collections page to review earlier lessons or activate the done button. Previous. Go to completed. Act collect. Voiceover. Done. But. Settings. Accessibility. App switcher. Settings. YouTube. App switcher. YouTube. YouTube. Video player. Button.